probably the biggest e-ink unboxing yet, as you can see. I'm going to save these two a little bit for later. They're not quite e-ink, but they are reflective. But I first want to talk about why e-ink is so special. It's useful for all of these different purposes, from simple e-readers to tablets to e-ink phones, and yes, what we're going to get out of the box today. This huge thing from Waveshare, which is an NFC powered black and white 1.5 inch e-ink display. Wow, it is absolutely massive. And these things really, they're from sort of shelf label technology where you can change the prices on things without having to go ahead and reprint or put new stickers on things. And yeah, NFC powered, that's fascinating. So it doesn't even need its own battery. It can change the e-ink just by the near field communication wave. I have absolutely no idea how to get that working just yet, but I will. But actually that's for a different video. But I just wanted to get across the sheer versatility of e-ink and what it's become today. Now let's get these two out of the way first, as those are really for another video as well. And let's find out. I'm really excited to see what they've sent me, because this is e-ink. And this has been sent out from InkPoster, which are a brand by PocketBook. And you may have seen my video from IFA where I saw these guys. But it's one thing seeing it there amongst all the giant LCD screens and really, you know, incredible technology. But to actually get to experience it here in my house and let you know what it's like to actually live with this, that's going to be really interesting. So this is the Affresco 13.5 inch Spectra 6 digital art frame. Just ePaper digital poster. And to try and give you as much of the experience as I can, I'm filming everything in 8K today. And so even if I punch in, then the minimum resolution we're going to get to is going to be a 4K. So why not share this one up to your 4K TV so you can really see exactly what this looks like as I get it set up. This is the template for hanging it on the wall. Warranty, and you'll want that because this thing is not cheap. Quick start guide and safety precautions. $1,700. This is the 31.5 InkPoster Affresco. This is a 16:9 aspect ratio panel. And yes, it's the middle of their price points. The more expensive one is the Teller 28.5 inch, and that's a 4:3 panel. And that has the Sharp technology, which does make some kind of tuning that they've done with the Spectra 6. It does make the colors look a little bit better, but let's have a great look at this today. It's very nicely looked after in transit, isn't it? And this is the power adapter that comes with it. And I think that's some fixings for the wall. Now, first thing it asks me to do is to plug this in and let it charge fully. Looks like I'm gonna have to find something to plug in a European one though. Here it is in this vinyl protective bag. It is not light. It is a premium looking and feeling product. It's so far, it's just got this kind of texture, almost like a cloth pattern on it straight away. And I just think, I'm excited for the possibilities of this. I'm excited for getting home from a day out and deciding that's the photo I want to put onto my wall. I'm excited for exploring artwork and exploring their curated library that they've come up with of artworks that they know look great on the Spectra 6 e-ink panel. It's a clever modular design as well, because the hanging bracket that they give you here allows you to very quickly and easily change it from landscape to portrait. What a great idea. So now I think I just have to find one of these corners is the hidden connector just at the base here. So I'm gonna push out there. It says charge it fully before we do anything else. Little LEDs flashing down there. Oh, there we go. This is the digital printing that Spectra 6 does. There's 3 colors of e-ink in there and white. In many ways, it's probably the simplest e-ink to understand. It looks amazing. It looks amazing because there's red, there's yellow, and there's blue. So there's the 3 primary colors that you'll be very used to. And then there's white. And when it wants to make black, it'll mix all three of the color particles together. And from red, yellow and blue, it can mix the secondary colors, green, purple and orange. And then it can make any color by divvying those in different amounts. So by having adjacent pixels being either of those 6 colors that it can mix, it can make essentially any area of the screen look any color it likes. And sure, I can tell you that right up close you can see individual pixels, and possibly you can on 8K footage as well. But I can tell you that across a room, it looks as close to real analog painted or printed art as I've ever seen. I'm blown away. It just looks something amazing. Now, it's not my first glance at Spectra 6 e-ink, but I have 2 other examples here. This one is a smaller 13.3 inch e-ink panel, and it seems to me like I'm getting much more vivid colors out of this InkPoster here. But we'll test that. I'll put the same image on both. And this one, if you just wanted to try Spectra 6, this is only about $100 worth of Spectra 6 at a kind of normal 7x5 kind of size photo print. Really nice for just adding some digital photos onto your desk or onto your wall. This one from Reflection Frame, this is $300. So you don't necessarily need to go up to the full InkPoster level of, sheer kind of opulence that that's going to give my room. And I think, along with e-readers, this Spectra 6 technology is the biggest no-brainer for e-ink. I think that our houses will be covered in digital photo frames and that this technology is the future. Sure, putting up posters isn't going to go away, but being able to change those posters in an instant, being able to be coming home from an event or a day out and think, do you know what, I'll make sure all the photos on my house are from today. Or being able to change for your evening's entertainment or your child's birthday party. I think this technology is an absolute no-brainer and will be in everyone's houses when it becomes a bit more affordable. All right, a lot more affordable. Next, as you'd expect, is get the mobile app, enable Bluetooth, sign in. Yeah, it went into spam, the email confirmation. And then I can go add InkPoster. So connect InkPoster. It's searching on the Bluetooth. Yep, found it, connecting, give a location, let it connect to your Wi-Fi. It's just incredible. I'm blown away. Then the final details, you could give it a name if you like. You could go landscape or portrait, but you'll be able to change that later, I'm sure, as well. It's ready, pick an artwork. Renoir, Giacometti, Jura. Oh yes, The Last Supper. Hit send to InkPoster. Very nice onboarding because they know that you'll be eager just to try things out straight away, and that was really clean and easy just to get started. And it's saying it will show up in under a minute. So the artworks that they provide on the app are going to be cropped and they're going to be optimized. But you can, of course, add your own photos. Here we go. So you see, it has to do the ink particles in stages because unlike black and white ink, which is a lot more straightforward, where you can just have one particle being positive and another being negative, here you have to do one color after the other. Is that complete? Now, I would say personally that one's a little bit disappointing. Now, I know the real Last Supper is quite faded on the wall as well, and they've worked really hard to restore it, but that doesn't look even quite as good as it does on my phone screen. So I would say that one, that's a bit of a miss, and maybe then we are going to have hit or miss. But so this is very interesting just to have a little look around the app. There's a ghosting cleaning mode, which allows you to do that. You can run that every night, or you can ask it to do it at any point. I wonder if that's something that will actually give me better performance there right now with that particular image. But you can ask it to do that overnight, every night if you like. I mean, if you're at all used to using e-ink, you'll be familiar with the little shortcuts to do a full refresh, but this is quite long for a full refresh. But let's just say this is something that you're going to let it do when nobody's in the room overnight. And I don't know how important this is going to be to have it do. But you've also got here remote control. So this seems to set how often it will connect to Wi-Fi to check if it should change. So you can have that kind of daily or every 15 minutes. There's your Wi-Fi settings, about InkPoster, and problem solving. So let's see what else I've got. I can go change artwork. Got lots of options here. Some of them, like they've gone for the Maya Desnuda rather than just the Maya, so that might be a bit racy for YouTube. Oh no, here it comes. So it is coming back onto the Last Supper first of all. Let's just see if it manages this any better this time. Yeah, that's much better this time, isn't it? That's really, that's amazing. Wow. Steph, come and look. Wow. Look at it, that's incredible. Just great. So I was gonna say that probably some bold colors probably suit it better, but you know what? That's come through really, really good. I'm really impressed. I'm gonna bring you in really loads closer in future ones. I'm just gonna try a couple of others now. I'm gonna get it on the wall and I'm gonna tell you what I really think about it. I'm gonna put one of my own photos on it in a little while as well. They've got the Maya with their clothes on, go on then. I must say they've picked some really good options. I think that's it, you know. This company, it's kind of a matter of taste really, isn't it? This is clearly a company with taste, and that's what you want, curating images for you to add to your wall. Yeah, it looks incredible. The blacks are really deep. There's a gloss to it. I'm thrilled. No, it won't quite fit because it's not quite the same aspect ratio, but let's actually just try and put the same thing onto this reflection frame. And the reflection frame is purely tap to print. There's no way to log in, no way to create an account and do things remotely. It's purely tap to fit. So there we go. Same kind of technology, same kind of digital printing method. And you can see sort of here, side by side actually, the reflection frame's got a bit more blue, a little bit less warmth. Couldn't necessarily tell you which one was the more accurate. But you can see that InkPoster have really picked artwork which is the right aspect ratio to fit on the 16:9 screen, and I haven't been able to crop it so that I can actually fill the smaller 4:3 screen. I think actually the colors probably a little bit more accurate down there on the reflection frame. I feel like it's a bit warmer on the larger panel. I mean, here it is on my phone, but who's to say that the phone is the most accurate representation? Without taking a field trip to El Prado, we couldn't necessarily say which one has the most accurate color representation. The reflection frame is slightly bluer, I think, than the phone screen is, and the InkPoster is slightly warmer than the actual phone screen is, but whether the file that they've sent to it has been warmed up already, I don't know. Yeah, I think the actual file, you can see here, that they've sent is actually a warmer tone than the file that I've just found on Wikipedia for the reflection frame. You know what I want to do now, don't you? So here I can go into my own library, I can add private images. Here we go, so this is a photo that I took in Boston. I can crop that to make it fit. In fact, it did an auto crop already, which is good. It's also edit to adjust the exposure, but I'm just gonna try it without doing any changes at all. And that's nice to help you identify. It actually shows you what's on the InkPoster at this time. So if you did have multiple of these, you wouldn't have to necessarily just know their names. You could see, I wanna change the one that's currently got the Goya on it. It's come through upside down, as you can see on there, which is odd because it does look the right way up on here. So no worries, I'll just have to get used to which way is the right way up on the app. Yeah, now I would say there's more reds in the InkPoster than there is on the reflection frame. And I didn't quite give it its best chance at a crop, so I've sorted that out now. Wow, it looks amazing. I'm really blown away by this, and I'm just gonna let it fully charge. You don't have to keep it plugged in at all, of course. I'm gonna find some space on my wall, and I'm gonna, enjoy artwork on my wall. It's a grey day in the conservatory, but at least there's plenty of natural light in this room. And Certainly rooms like this are going to suit this type of poster better. It's always going to look a little bit darker than a true printed image, and there's no front lights on things like these, so do think carefully about where you're going to place them in your room. But this technology is only going to get better, and it's only going to get less expensive, and I think this is the future of photos on your wall. Unfortunately, a major frustration in putting the thing on the wall, that this is a very clever and seems like a really good idea, is this little rubber ball that you can very easily flick the thing from portrait to landscape. But unfortunately, the supplied wall plug, once you have put the bolt into this stopper, then this bolt doesn't quite reach the end of the drywall plug, so you can't pull it in the way that it's supposed to and snap shut behind the drywall. So the fixing isn't sufficient for actually putting on the wall, which is really frustrating, because I was just really looking forward to ending this video with there it is on my wall in my study. But I'll order something to get it up on the wall. Don't worry, maybe it just might be too late for this video coming out there.